There are a couple ways to start the creation of a community. You can do so through the List My Communities as shown earlier with the plus button in the top right. You can select the Add button in the top menu bar and select Community. Or you can do so through 3DSwym Management. If you are an administrator, you can select the plus Community button. So, being in 3DSwym, let's try the Add button and select Community, and you will be prompted to enter a title, description, and community owner. If you are an administrator, feel free to follow along and pause as necessary to keep up. But if you can enter any title, description that you'd like, or if you don't have one in mind, go ahead and copy what I have here. As for the community owner, you will be set as a default, but you can select the X icon and enter in a different user as the community owner as well if you'd like. Let's leave it as yourself as a default and select Create. This will take you to the settings of that community. From here, you can change the name, description, or owner, and then adjust any of the following settings below. So let's start with community visibility for employees. Employees are either administrators or members of the platform. You can set the visibility to public, in which any member of your network can see as well as join at their own will. Private will allow members of your network to see the community but have to request access. Secret means that the owner of the community has to invite someone for them to even see the community. The community visibility for external collaborators has the same setup, but public and private communities for external collaborators are disabled, and they are then restricted to either secret or disabled. External collaborators could be something such as a contractor that you have as a member of your platform, and this restricts their access to being invited to communities or being completely disabled from this community at all. Next up, we have community features. This is the type of content that can be posted within a community, and for the community features we have questions, ideas, surveys, and wiki pages. In this way, you can toggle the ability to even have this content within a community. And then next to each of these, you'll see a checkbox. And this will allow contributors to create these type of posts if you would like that to be an option. As a default, owners and authors can create any of these, where contributors require this setting to be able to create the post. If this is unselected, the contributors are still able to comment and like, they just cannot create the new content. You can also set who is available to see the statistics for the community. So whether you not want all members, just the owners and authors, or just the owners, or nobody to see the statistics. And then next up, we have idea management. This is a type of content that can be posted within a community, and we will be going over this more in depth in the next lesson, and we will come back to this setting. But as a general concept, ideas can move through stages, and with this setting you are able to rename the stages, adjust the color of the stages, move the stages to the right or left, as well as add a status or number of statuses. There is no limit on the number of statuses that can be added to an idea. And then lastly, we have for the ideas section the minimum status of an idea to transfer it to a mature status. And a mature status is when an idea has it's your development of that idea. So you can choose depending on how your process plan is defined, but as a default we have new idea, concept, and project plan, and the default maturity of an idea is when it reaches the project plan, which would be the light blue as a default on the right here. If you would like to enter a thumbnail for your community, you can do so through the picture icon here, and you can select the change, and you will be able to drop files from your desktop or you can always go to your content with your 3D drive here and drag and drop files from there as well. If you hover over the question mark, you can see the types of supported file extensions. And you can also select browse to browse through your local file explorer. So if you would like to select a file, you can see suggestions on the ratio being a 4:3 ratio. And you can select an image, and it will give you a confirmation message in which you can select you are ready to upload that, and it will become your thumbnail image. Once you are content within the settings that you have changed, you can select the apply button, and this will apply the settings, and you can select the back arrow to return to your communities, and you will have your community show up here. You may need to refresh the page to see the thumbnail and some of the settings appear. But if you ever need to change the settings in the future, you can select the community features drop down on the top right and select settings, and this will take you to that window again in which you can just change all of the settings we went over.